First principles thinking represents a profound shift from traditional cognitive patterns, moving away from the common practice of reasoning by analogy toward a fundamental deconstruction of reality. At its core, this approach requires an individual to break down complex problems into their most basic, irreducible elements, the first principles, and then build a solution from the ground up. Most people navigate life and business by looking at what others have done and making incremental improvements, a method known as thinking by analogy. While this is efficient for routine tasks, it often anchors a person to existing limitations and historical costs that may no longer be valid. By contrast, first principles thinking demands that we strip away all assumptions, conventions, and expert opinions to identify the raw facts of a situation. The practical power of this philosophy is most visible in the work of innovators like Elon Musk, who used it to disrupt the aerospace and automotive industries. When faced with the astronomical cost of purchasing rockets, Musk did not accept the market price as a fixed reality. Instead, he calculated the literal cost of the raw materials, the carbon fiber, titanium, and specialized alloys, and discovered that the materials themselves only accounted for about 2% of a rocket's price. This realization allowed him to identify massive inefficiencies in manufacturing and supply chains, leading to the creation of SpaceX. Similarly, in the development of electric vehicles, he challenged the assumption that battery packs were naturally expensive by analyzing the fundamental cost of their chemical constituents on the metal exchange. This deconstruction revealed that the barrier was not the materials themselves, but the way they were being assembled. However, as a strategic framework, first principles thinking is not without its challenges and is often described as a double-edged sword. One must be aware that this method is significantly more time-consuming and labor-intensive than following established recipes or industry standards. It requires a high level of cognitive effort to bypass the brain's natural tendency to use System 1 thinking, which relies on intuition and experience. Because it involves questioning everything from the ground up, it can lead to reinventing the wheel for trivial matters where an analogy would have sufficed. Furthermore, in a professional setting, this approach can create social and organizational friction, as it often involves dismantling long-standing processes that colleagues or partners may be invested in maintaining. Therefore, the most effective way to utilize this approach is to be highly selective about when to deploy it. It is best suited for high-stakes decisions, major life transitions, or stagnant problems where traditional methods have failed to produce results. For the vast majority of daily operations, reasoning by analogy remains the most efficient choice to preserve mental energy. The true skill lies in identifying the 1% of challenges that warrant a total deconstruction. When applied correctly to these core issues, first principles thinking acts as a powerful tool for liberation, allowing a person to see past artificial barriers and realize that many of the impossible obstacles in their path are actually just unproven assumptions. Thank you for joining me in this video today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on holistic well-being. Thank you, and have a great day.